Thanks to Corwin Motors for sponsoring the Keeping Score podcast. At Corwin Motors, they're proud to be family-driven for over 100 years. Their commitment goes beyond selling cars. They're dedicated to serving our community and providing you with the highest quality vehicles to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're searching for reliability, style, or comfort, they got you covered. They understand that you rely on their website for accurate and up-to-date information, and it's their promise to deliver relevant, detailed content that meets your needs. So if you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or just want to learn more, visit CorwinMotorsKalispell.com. Welcome back, everybody, to the Keeping Score podcast presented by Corwin Motors. Our short break is up, and the spring sports season is back in somewhat full swing as baseball, softball, track and field, and tennis is underway, but weather has canceled some of these events. So let's get into this week's past highlights that you might have missed. Starting right off with my game of the week, and it just so happened to be the first game of the softball season for the Glacier Wolfpack against CMR. The Wolfpack trailed CMR 3-0 entering the sixth inning, but that changed as Ava Grady drove in a run on a ground out. Chloe Farrell then knocked in another run while reaching on a wrestler's error. Farrell came home when Addie Cunningham homered to left, giving Glacier its first lead of the game at 4-3. CMR answered in the top of the seventh with a pair of runs to take the lead back, which set the stage for the bottom half of the sixth inning where the Wolfpack walked it off. Olivia Warrener drew a leadoff walk, Carly Allen got aboard thanks to a bunt single, and senior Kaz Rankowski drove a single to right field to score both runners and give the Glacier a 6-5 win. In their next game, Glacier took control of the game, jumping out to a 10-0 lead and held on to beat Great Falls with that same score. The Wolfpack were led by Olivia Gibbons, who went 3 for 3 with the home run and drove in 3 runs as Glacier started out their season 2-0. For Flathead softball, they dropped both of their games against CMR and Great Falls. In their first game against Great Falls, Mackenzie Brandt and Olivia Nyman homered, but the Bison used the 9-run fifth inning to build a 10-3 lead and took the game with a final of 11-8. Olivia finished the game going 3 for 4 with the home run and 3 RBIs. In the second game, CMR's Emma Griffin and Ella Crone combined on a 4-hit shutout, and the Rustlers put up a 4 spot in the third inning to win the game 9-0. Saturday's matchup against Big Sky also did not go well for the Bravettes as they dropped to 0-3 on the season with a 10-3 loss. Mackenzie Brandt homered again for Flathead and went 2 for 4, but Big Sky had a 4-run second and a 3-run third inning to pull away and take the win. Moving over to baseball, leadoff hitter Reggie Sapa doubled, had 3 hits, and scored 4 times as Columbia Falls downed Plains Hot Springs 19-0 in a high school baseball game that lasted just 3 innings on Saturday. Nico Young and Lincoln Fisher also doubled for the Wildcats, and each had 2 hits, as did teammates Brady Matson and Trayson Murphy. Young drove in 3 runs and scored 3 times as well. Bigfork also won their Saturday matchup after Kevin Waste doubled and scored the go-ahead run in the 5th inning, and then hit 2 more doubles as the Vikings pulled away to beat Ronan 10-3. Weist's run in the 5th inning broke a 3-3 tie. Bigfork's number 9 hitter doubled in a run to make it 6-3 in the 6th inning, and his double in the 7th plated the Vikings' 10th run of the game. Moving over to track, Ethan Anderson, a senior for the Glacier Wolfpack, won the 110-meter hurdles in 14.67 seconds Friday at a triangular meet hosted by Helena Capital, and then won the 300 hurdles in 39.79. Both times are impressive for March. They sit well below the state qualifying standard and are the fastest in Montana regardless of the class. Glacier's Dylan Smith also picked up wins in the discus and shot put, while sophomore Spencer Hodge won the long jump by just half an inch. The Glacier girls were led by sophomore Lauren Bisson, who won the 1600. Only Gallatin's Claire Rutherford has a faster time at the beginning of this season. The Wolfpack's Brianna Barnes cleared 10 feet to win the pole vault. She qualified for the state AA meet in the process, and teammate Addison Brizendine, a freshman, won the 100 hurdles. For tennis, Glacier and Flathead were supposed to face off with Helena and Helena Capital, but we were never sent any of the results from Saturday. It is the start of the season, and weather also canceled some of these events, so hopefully next week we'll have a lot more sports for you to highlight. That is going to wrap up this week's episode of the Keeping Score podcast presented by Corwin Motors. Hopefully the weather will hold up this week, and we'll have a lot more to highlight next week as the spring sports season is just getting underway. And until then, take care.
A fire that broke out on a cold and dark February morning in 2024 sent the small northwest Montana town of Knoxon reeling. Beginning in the Angry Beaver General Store on Knoxon Avenue, the conflagration would eventually claim a neighboring restaurant and a storied bar. The town had lost 3/4 of its business community by the day's end. 7 months after the fire, people were still wondering, will Knoxon recover? Can it mount a comeback? What will rise from the ashes?
Stream Season 3 of the Daily Interlakes Deep Dive podcast on your favorite audio platform, or catch the 2-part series on our YouTube channel.